Welcome to the City of Claremont Disaster Service Worker Orientation Training. This presentation is designed to introduce you to your role and responsibilities as a disaster service worker. The goals of this training are to explain who and what a disaster service worker is, to help you understand how you can support a disaster response and the type of work you may be assigned, and explain how you will be notified and when you should report for your disaster service worker assignment. So what is a disaster service worker? Any public employee who works in civil service or persons who are employed by a city, county, special district, or the state of California. A disaster service worker provides services and aid during a declared emergency, disaster, or catastrophic event. As a public employee, you are required to perform duties as a disaster service worker. When the City of Claremont declares an emergency, you may be required to report to work and may be assigned to disaster service work at any time during a declared emergency. Your disaster service worker's duties may be at locations, times, and conditions other than your normal work assignment, and your disaster service worker duties may continue into the recovery phase of the emergency. The state of California recognizes 13 disaster service worker job classifications that fall into two categories, general and specialized. Your general assignment will be based upon the needs of the city during a declared citywide emergency. For city employees that do not have specialized disaster service worker duties, you'll be assigned one of the general functions. General job functions include administration, human services, labor, or logistics. Whenever possible, you will be assigned duties that resemble your current job classification. However, there may be a need for you to work outside the general scope of your typical duties and responsibilities. You will never be asked to perform any duty or be assigned to a function that you do not know how to perform, or for which you have not received adequate training. In the event of a declared emergency, you will be contacted by the City of Claremont and told exactly when and where to report. Do not respond on your own outside of your normal work hours, and please keep your contact information up to date with your supervisor so that you can be contacted quickly. The City of Claremont could notify you using multiple methods: text message, phone call, email, or the city's mass notification system, Everbridge. Every effort will be made to allow you time to check on and secure the needs and safety of your family. It is possible that you may be required to remain at work for an extended period, or to immediately report to work following a disaster. If you are going to leave the work site to check on family, you must coordinate with your supervisor or disaster service worker manager to agree on a time for return and to ensure connectivity and safety. It is important to discuss with your family and loved ones your role as a disaster service worker and what to do in your absence if called to work. Building an emergency plan is a critical component to emergency preparedness and ensuring the safety of both you and your family in the event of a disaster. Utilize information at ready.gov and redcross.org to help you develop an emergency plan that will work for you and your family. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions regarding your disaster service worker obligations, please contact your supervisor.